Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Adli bin Rosli. Today I will be present upon cognitive development of Jean Piaget pre-operational stage. This slide will be discussed regarding introduction and background of Jean Piaget 4 stage of cognitive development. Jean Piaget ideas on pre-operational stage. Pre-operational stages as an opportunity for cognitive development and linkage to teaching and learning in classroom in enhance children cognitive development growth in classroom. First of all, the background of Piaget's 4 stages of cognitive development. We could see the pre-operational stage is from the second stages, which is from 2 till 7 years old. Okay, we could see that in these pre-operational stages, we have 2 sub-stages, which is symbolic function, which is pre-operational, whereas for 2 till 4 years old, and intuitive thoughts, which is 4 years old children till 7 years old. Now, we will see about Jean Piaget ideas on pre-operational stage, sub-stages, characteristic, and description. There were 2 sub-stages in pre-operational stages, which is symbolic function, pre-conceptual, which is children has limited logic. This occurs when children is 2 till 4 years old, and when they grow older till 7 years old, they will have intuitive thoughts. The characteristic in symbolic function, where children use symbolic function to represent unseen object with symbols. Children also will have symbolic play, which is pretend play, egocentrism, which is children will see from their own perspective, animism, where attribute lifelike qualities to inanimate objects, how they copying what they see by them. Centration is a focus on one characteristic and ignoring others. A characteristic in intuitive thought, where children is 4 till 7 years old, where children has curiosity, where they have question regarding who, when, how, why. They also develop primitive reasoning, such as using basic intuitive reasoning, conversation, such as properties remain constant despite changes in appearance, classification, such as grouping object based on shared characteristic, and the last one is seriation, where it's arranging objects in a specific order. The third slide, we will see regarding pre-operational stages as opportunity for cognitive development and symbolic function. In this stage, we will see a symbolic function. There are 5 means of symbolic function, which is the first one is children will use symbols. Children will use symbols to facilitate their language development, vocabulary and language skills and literacy. They also develop symbolic play, where children occurs to parallel play and pretend play. This is to solidify concept, fostering creativity and social skill. Children also will have egocentrism, where they always think about themselves, which is basic of perspective taking. Animism, where children cultivate emotional development. Centration, which is upon basic abstract concept and thinking. Next slide will be discuss about pre-operational stages and cognitive development regarding intuitive thoughts. Intuitive thoughts, children have curiosity, where they used to fostering them in problem solving. Next will be primitive reasoning, which is they the early stage from learning where they ask, they often have asked why. And they will give him their reason upon something what they see. Next is conservation, where children have logical thinking and cognitive organization and classification, such as foundation for math and science, like we see in the slides where children sorting yellow and red balls. And finally is seriation that will be used on mathematical understanding. The linkage to teaching and learning in enhance children cognitive development in classroom in pedagogical diagram. There are challenges and opportunity in classroom where we could see key challenge is children thinking in irreversibly intuitive with limited logical thinking, where we could see if they do something, they can't, I mean, not, they can't undo, I mean, they can't reverse what they do. And an advantage and opportunity with educators facilitate cognitive development, focusing on active learning, tailored instruction based on developmental stages by providing rich experience, conducive classroom, such as safe nurturing environment, trial and error positive reinforcement, and to drive egocentrism, centration, and lack of logical reasoning. The other stated there are four uh, linkage and teaching and learning in enhanced children development in classroom, where is uh, four stages in pedagogy, which is approach, method, techniques, and strategy. Whereas his idea upon approach is learner-centered, which is developmentally appropriate based, interactive, and constructivist. Based on constructivist, which is based on what children understanding before they learn something. Lectures method, which is based on play-based learning, demonstration, hands-on learning, real-life experience, differentiated instruction, inquiry-based learning, and scaffolding. Technique, which is socialized classroom recitation. Strategy, where children will use concrete materials such as visual aids, drawing, sorting, pretend play, storytelling, role play, and art and craft activities. The linkage of teaching and learning enhance children cognitivity, development, growth in classroom. We could see children in by these stages, they will use symbols such as storytelling and imaginative playing. They use stories and role play activities, imitate events, object with words. Children also develop symbolic play by parallel pretend play such as play with doll figures, or create play with areas with props such as kitchen set or costume. Next is group stage activities. Group activities such as building structure with block, group arts project, social interaction by sharing and turn-taking, encourage sharing and turn-taking during playtime and roleplay. Animism, children will integrate in daily learning activities such as empathy exercise and learning. Centration, children will carry out focus activity with diversity aspects such as puzzle, introduce multiple steps activities such as plating fruit for healthy snack. Next, the linkage to teaching and learning in enhanced children cognitive development and growth. Children do have an intuitive thought where they have curiosity. Children ask questions and engage in conversation. This also we could see in science experiment where children did have inquiry regarding something, such as this could do by exploring nature or encouraging question about how things work. Next, primitive reasoning. Children will use open-ended question and encourage and Teacher will use open-ended question and encourage explanation for children. Teacher also will use visual aids such as visual storyboard and hands-on activities such as gardening and cooking to encourage cost-effective exploration. In terms of conservation, teacher will use provocation with manipulate shape-changing resources such as sand, water, and Play-Doh. Concrete material will be used in physical objects such as block buttons or counting and sorting, while art and craft, uh, children will be drawing, painting and crafting, and building and construction. They will use block, Legos, and construction toys. Concrete materials, children will learn in to separate objects based on multiple aspects such as color or size, sorting games by comparing quantities using different shapes, and hands-on activity that challenge their perception. Finally, we have seriation where children will be engaged in sorting and sequence tasks incorporated in daily routines such as organizing toys or setting the table, picture, book, image in sequence. That's all from me today. Assalamualaikum.